Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Outspoken Wheels on Wheels. This week I'm going to talk about what I've been doing for the last little while. I know I'm going a long time in between videos, but I guess this channel has become a little less of a priority for me because I think one of the things that you have to do to make a channel work is you almost have to live for your channel, at least in this kind of channel where you're talking about your life and what you're doing, nomading, traveling, whatever it is. You kind of have to be able to make content every week. And for somebody like me who kind of just doesn't make a lot of effort to do anything extra, okay, that's a long ways around of saying I'm just lazy and I like sitting around in my van reading books and whatever. That doesn't produce good content. So I'm not the kind of person, I've decided that I'm not going to work to make content. I want my channel to be real. I know everybody says that. I just don't want to be trying to make things happen so that I have content for my channel. So I'm only posting when I feel like I've got something to post, or just when I just want to show my family where I am and what it looks like where I've been camping. So right now I've been down in Arizona since before Christmas. One of my previous videos was on my Christmas down here with a couple of friends. And it's actually the longest that I've ever stayed anywhere when camping. Like, we got to Quartzsite, or I did, on December 18th. And we just left there yesterday, and it's February 10th today. So December 18th till February 9th, kind of felt like I was living in Quartzsite, and I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it. We were at a BLM camping spot. I shouldn't put this on YouTube because you're only allowed to stay 14 days. But, you know, it's not as busy this year, it seems, as other years. And we moved around once, I think. And, but anyways, so we were there for all that long, and we were close enough to town that we were able to ride our bikes. So we didn't have to, every time I needed groceries, I didn't have to pack up my van and risk losing our sight. Not that that would have happened. There really was not. There was lots of space out in the desert this year. So anyways, one of the things that my friend that I'm camping with, Maureen, and I did is we joined the Quartzsite Roadrunner Gem and Mineral Club. And I had never heard of it before this year. I had actually just started hearing last year that there are other things to do in Quartzsite, like that there's lots of craft classes and stuff that you can do. And so I was going to look into that this year. And Maureen's friends also camp here, and so they were over for supper one night and we got talking about it, and they told us all about this Gem and Mineral Club. And so when it was opened again after Christmas, we went over there and got some information about it. And so ever since then, Maureen has been taking a lot of classes. She's been doing a lot of really fun stuff. And I took 2 different classes. I took a leather punching class and I took a stained glass class. And I did 2 stained glass things, and then I did a few leather items too. So anyways, this video is just going to sort of showcase the Gem and Mineral Club, the fun things that we've been doing. Don't be too judgmental. I might be crafty, but I never said I was good at it. So just enjoy this week's video. Thanks for watching. So this was my first day in leather punching class. Leather punching is just basically forcing images into the leather. These are the tools that you use to punch into the leather, punch the images into the leather. You can get bazillions of different images. They gave me a couple of pieces of scrap, and I just practiced making sure that I wasn't sort of making double images and just getting the proper amount of pressure and whatever to make the images right. And those were only going to be my practice ones, but one of them ended up, somebody said, oh, why don't you use that and make it something you can hang up? So I did. This one was going to be my final product. I don't like it as much as the other one, but I put some beading across the top of it too, just to try something different, and I kind of like it. And then this other one is a bookmark that I thought I would try. The other class that I took was a stained glass course, so this is some of the stained glass that I worked on. First, you trace the pattern onto your glass. Then, using this cutter, you etch a line into your glass. And then you use these pincher things to pull it apart. Sorry, Tony, I know that's not the correct term for it. Tony's one of my viewers and old friends, and he's also a stained glass, or he is a stained glass artist, I should say. Sometimes if the glass doesn't break right away, you can use the little metal piece on your cutter to make a bigger fault line in the glass, and it'll come apart easier. Once you have all your pieces of glass cut, you take them over to the grinder and grind all the excess off so that it's trimmed right down to your tracing lines, because they have to be able to fit back onto your pattern so that you can make sure they fit all together when you go to solder them together. The next step is placing foils on all the glass, all around all the edges, so that the solder has something to attach itself to. It won't attach, the solder won't stick to the glass. So you put foil all around the edges. Cactus was my second project, and the feather was my first. And this was a project that my instructor was working on. These are some projects that Maureen, my camping buddy, did, some bookmarks, and they offer basket weaving, which she did. That's a stone as the base of it. And then she also did some wire wrapping. This next one is a course that Maureen went to Casa Grande to take, and it's very cool.